Hawk fans, a change in setting in our edition of Meet the Newcomers here on St. Joseph's All Access at SJUHawks.com. Matt Martucci and the USF grad transfer Troy Holston. That's the first place I'm going to start. South Florida basically since 8th grade. Were you tired of being warm?
No. I mean, I honestly miss the warm. It's getting colder now, but you know, change of scenery was good. I'm born and raised up in the East Coast in New York, Queens, New York. So it feels good to be back kind of on the East Coast and back up north.
Still a bunch of family up here?
Yeah, I have my aunts and my uncles. They live in Valley Stream, Long Island, that's in New York still. My real dad still lives in New York, and some other my grandparents, my great-grandfather, great-grandmother. So, I
think a question a lot of people around here want to know: how's the knee?
The knee's good. It's been feeling much better the past couple of days. You know, everything we've been going like the past 3 days in a row, and I'm just treating my leg as nurturing it as best as possible. But just staying on my treatment and my rehab and strengthening with Coach Bing.
What made this a fit, Troy? You know, what kind of made it here when you narrowed it down, when you had your list of schools?
Just the overall atmosphere of winning. This school has been, you know, to the tournament numerous times. I remember watching Jameer Nelson and Delonte West play, and I just know that they always win, and the guys here seem like good guys, and you know, they are good guys. And since I've been here, they've all been welcoming, and you know, me and Charlie got a great relationship. Before I even got here, me and Charlie started developing a great relationship, and a lot of the other guys too are so supportive, and they ask me about my knee and stuff, how you feeling, how's everything going, and so I'm getting acclimated. It's been a couple months now, but I feel good. From
what I know, you and Charlie both have pretty good Instagram game. So was that part of it?
I mean, we didn't connect off Instagram when I first visited though. We exchanged numbers and we were texting, we started FaceTiming, and just, I told him I was gonna probably come here, and I made the decision maybe like 2 weeks after I visited. So.
To have the type of career that you've had, I feel like your mental toughness has to be on point. You play for 1 year and then you get hurt the next season, and you know, then it happens again. Right. You know, after you play again.
Right. Yeah. And that's one thing we talked about. We had this board that has a list of 5 things, and one of my strengths was mental fortitude, and it's because of the things that I've been through with injuries and different coaching changes, and you know, I've developed a thing of perseverance, and I just pushed through everything that I've been through because I've seen the hole at the end of the tunnel. And for me to be back playing the game I love to play, it's such a blessing. And you know, I don't take it for granted. One day I don't take it for granted any of these days. And you know, I mean, God forbid you can get hurt again. But I feel like my body's developing where my knee is fine now, and all those stuff is in the past. So
when it happens a second time, you know, how hard is that?
It was very hard. You know, you don't think of it before the second time. You're like, okay, it's just happened one time. And then when it happens the second time, it kind of plays a hard toll on your mind. It's like, what's going on? Like, what's going on in here? Is there something wrong with me? You know, with my body makeup, and you know, you just kind of talk to people. I talked to my mom and my family members, and they were just pushing me, like, you know, you'll be healthy again one day, and you just got to keep doing everything you have to do right now. You have to grow through what you go through, and I think that's how I became a better person, a better Troy overall.
Pursuing a master's in health administration.
Yes,
obviously, there's hopefully a basketball career ahead after these 2 years, but. Yeah. What, if you're not playing basketball, what do you want to do with that? What do you want to do going forward? I'm
truly not sure yet. My parents are entrepreneurs, and you know, I kind of want to follow like that route of being an entrepreneur and starting my own business. I have a couple ideas of what I want to do, but it's not set in stone yet. But the health administration part was intriguing to me because of the injuries I've been through, and you know, the stuff class I'm taking now is all like health administration, like healthcare, and learning about all the different types of healthcare, and you know, how to run a healthcare system, you know. So,
how's it been playing for Phil? What kind of effect does that have on your health?
It has a great effect, honestly. You know, he's been here for numerous years. You which is one thing that I did like, because it's a stable coaching staff here. You know, he's tough, but he's encouraging, and he's a positive dude, and he has that championship attitude, and that's what I love about him, because he achieves greatness every day. Every day we're out on the court, he's go, 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 go. It's like he slows down to teach some things, but mostly we're on the go, and I like that about him.
What are your expectations for this first season here? What are your goals? What do you hope to achieve by the time all's said and done in the springtime?
I definitely want to play in the March Madness, and I believe this team is good enough to play in March Madness and go far. I think we can go to the Elite Eight, and we got a bunch of shooters on the team that can make shots from 1 through 5. And if you have 5 out that can all make threes, it kind of leaves the paint open so you guys can create and get to the lane and get to the rack. So I just believe that if we stay focused and we continue to work and just see everything through, I think that we'll be fine.
And you have one more ingredient that the last 2 tournament teams had, at least from what I know, the chemistry.
Right, and that's a big part. I mean, all great teams that won had great chemistry, and guys love each other, and guys always encourage each other, and you have great leaders on those teams. And I feel like since we are older, you know, with Fresh and Charlie and me, you just got an older group, and Charlie sat out last year, I sat out last year, Fresh sat out last year, all due to injuries. So you can already know, you can just kind of figure like, damn, these guys are hungry to come back and play as hard as they can play ever, you know? So I think that the chemistry part is huge.
Looking forward to seeing how it all meshes for you. Wish you the best of luck. Thanks for spending some time with us here.
No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it.